I think we can go ahead. Yes, hello! Welcome to Traveling Young. I think real fast, it's always important to play the intro. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play the intro, and then we're going to introduce these guys who are here. And of course, Miranda, who's in the back there monitoring. You can maybe kind of see in the back. But always important to play the intro. All right, it's a lot shorter now. I've made the intro shorter. All right, quick introductions here, and hopefully Miranda is going to let us know if there's a problem. If she's quiet, I'll assume everything's going well.
Exactly.
We all know me, Joshua. Peter, our regular beer drinking guy, who's always here. Do you have anything to add to today before we go through our introductions?
Yeah, sure. I think there's too much talking.
It's too early to say that.
I know.
Too early to say that.
I know, and I know we cheat a little bit because we've been warming up. And this
we have had a couple beers already as we
different
ate.
from any other beer tasting.
Yeah. And we have Peter again. Please, you've been a regular guest, but
man with the tattoo, that's what they call me. Love to drink beer.
Yeah, from Skanderborg Bryghus.
Exactly.
And we have a very special guest. Please introduce yourself, Steve.
Steve Roll from Fanø Bryghus.
Yes. Steve with a V.
With a V.
Yeah. Very important. We discovered this earlier.
Yeah.
And so here is the format and what's actually going to happen here. What's going to happen here is we're going to drink 9 beers. Actually, I have a list of all 9 beers right here. Look. All the beers are coming and appearing below us. All the beers. We're going to go one by one through these beers. And we've got glasses that we're going to be able to rock and roll really fast. We're going to try to spend 8 minutes on each beer in order to get through all of these beers. And a very important note, when we reach the 8 minutes, this is going to play.
Too much talking to the beer.
And that's going to tell us.
I love that.
That's going to tell us that we need to move on to another beer. And I've got a timer here to help us. And real fast, I have to say, this is like the second video, the first live stream from the new house. I'm super excited to be here. And, I don't know if you remember this. I have a little clip to play from when we were in Midfun in our Christmas brew. And let me make sure I play the right thing.
I really like the story you told that every beer could taste different in a different scenario and a different experience. And I mean, this one, it will be tough to try the same beer in your house, man. I think you need to sell your house and buy a new one.
His house isn't big enough for this beer.
Hey, we're back. Okay, so what happened there is Peter has known, because we're friends, for a while that we're moving, and he almost disclosed.
Yeah.
Almost disclosed that we're moving into a new
Yeah,
house. He tried to tee me up, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
not
shooting
thinking
you
about
down.
what that
It's
one.
not coming on.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Done deal.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get started because we're 3 minutes in, and we got to rock and roll. And we're starting with this.
The Forår.
Forår.
Yeah.
Good old Forår.
The lightest one in the pack.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the rating a little bit different.
Oh yes, the rating. We should talk about this. Let's talk about this real fast. So we're back to the Magic Quadrant, which we abandoned at Christmas, but we're back again. Now what's going to happen is I can walk over there right now. Maybe let me just go ahead and turn this on. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Photo bomb.
Hey, there we are. Here's Miranda over here. How's it going? And what's going to happen is over here is where there we go.
Perfect.
I can't see, you're in my way, Peter. Can you switch over here? So there we go. This is what's going to happen. We're going to place a bottle in the appropriate spot on top of the Magic Quadrant after we drink and rate the beer. And that's going to be how we keep track. With the beerness, good beer to the right, good Easterness up to the top. As we track it. Hey, let's come back over here.
Because as we know, all great beers are rated on beerness and Eastern.
Yeah. So look, this is where you guys are right over here. All right, so this is how this is going to work. So after we drink the beer, somebody's going to be delegated to walk over there with the roaming cam and go ahead and make the placement.
Make a rating.
I love how you tech things up this year.
Yes.
You should, next time around when you do the handy cam, try and show the wonderful dashboard.
It's like a DJ situation over here.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of buttons on here that are crazy things.
You don't even know half.
That's what we're here for,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, I'm going to start now. We have 8 minutes.
We can do this.
There we go.
There we go.
All right,
Seconds long.
let's do this. By the way, all these are different beer glasses from different parts of the world. We've got a mix of a Stiegel from Austria, Stella from Belgium, Moon,
The official one?
and the Feu, which Feu,
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
which is, I mean, we went to this music festival there. It's really hard because they're different shapes to know if I'm really dividing this up evenly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
More in this one, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah, you want
Nah.
more?
They are precisely.
All right,
You nailed it. Nailed it.
there we go. So the first
I
one.
always get the short.
Yeah, you can still as well.
I'm the
All
short
right.
bus. I'm the short bus.
Cheers, guys. Let's
Cheers.
begin the
Yo.
tasting. Yeah.
Cheers.
The Easter beer.
And we're technically 2 beers in already.
2?
Ish. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Let's just. This is a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Though
Very.
handicapped a little bit.
Oh,
What's it?
Though handicapped with only 2.7.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it 2.7?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to this that I wasn't tasting. So, I mean, we had a pastry thing earlier that was obviously sweet, but otherwise,
Yeah.
this is sweeter than the stuff that we've been
a
already.
lot of caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But doing a
No
good job, I
like
think.
that.
Yeah, this is a good light, since it's only 2 point, would you say 7? This would be good at a Easter lunch. I'm trying to sound
Yeah.
Danish. It'd be good at my Easter lunch
This is if
table.
you're the driver, you could have one of these.
Yeah, still.
You're gonna come home.
Yeah, so do you, I mean, this is like, you know, I love this brewery. The Christmas Brew Ale is what won our Christmas Brew 2
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago.
That was a really good beer.
That was super good beer.
Yeah.
Super good beer. And as I said, I went and visited the brewery last summer. I love the island. They have a cool little music festival.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, the island is really, really cool.
Yeah, super good place. And I got a glass. And there you go. That's my contribution to the conversation. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah.
I
had
had
the
not been to
Brewers.
Fuel. I've had some of their beers. This is nice. I've had their bar. I actually have had their barley wine. And I have another one aging in my house right now.
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah. So looking forward to that. That's far from 2.8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Peter?
Well, first time I ever went to Forår was actually quite the traveling to there, because they were actually, it was hunting season.
Yeah.
So you're driving along the road trying to get to this to the Forår brewery,
Yeah,
and then guys with shotguns just come out of the bush and like, okay, I'm turning around.
See, we went to this music festival, so they had this like basically a bus that went from the ferry to the brewery to try to restrict how many people were driving around the island at that day. So it was a slightly different,
Yeah.
less like invasive or whatever, I don't know, experience.
Is it a big? It's not a big brewery.
No,
They're not.
It's not, but they're not small either.
No.
They're somewhere right in the middle. Yeah.
I think the square footage of the place, like if I put it all together, because I think there's a restaurant
Yeah.
which wasn't open during the festival, is pretty large. I mean, it's bigger than I think
Yeah, and
both
then,
of your, because I've
Yeah.
been to both. Yeah, I mean just this of the building and stuff.
Okay.
And it's like out in the field. There's nothing else out there.
the cool thing is the Fleming actually plays around a little bit with open fermentation. So like bathtub style open fermentation. That's pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah.
Not many people do that
No,
anymore.
no.
I thought that's called randomness, adding to the mix.
So now one of the things about using this magic quadrant is it's meant to keep us from comparing beers specifically, because you're comparing about how Eastery or how good you think it is.
No.
So as a non-Dane, I mean you're technically not Danish, but you've lived here longer.
I mean,
than I have.
grandfathered in.
Your grandfather from
Yeah,
Elkhorn. I mean,
because my grandfather.
Yeah. Officially grandfather.
Yeah.
It's not grandfathered from some random.
no,
Yeah. So I'm the far extreme
Yeah.
from that. This to me feels a bit Eastery. I think it's because of the sweetness
Yeah.
to it, and it just so I would put it pretty high on the Easter scale, and pretty decent on the beer scale.
I would say it drinks heavier than a 2 point whatever.
Absolutely.
I would guess it as more of a 4% beer. So I mean, if their goal is to create a full body drinking experience with a light beer, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, so by the way, we're doing amazing with time. Look at this! Wow. Like the second we put a clock in here, Peter, maybe that's what we've been missing all
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Clocks. So who wants to be the official first man?
I'll do the first.
Okay. So the important thing is we should move here. So
We need the camera. Do I
this
do
way
that?
you can see. Oh yeah.
I did do the
Oh,
camera.
I'll go with the camera with
Okay,
you.
you do the thing.
Sweet.
Here we go. Oh wait. Let me press the button.
Oh.
We're coming over here.
Okay.
All right.
So we felt like it had some Easterness to it, and it was pretty beery. Right?
Non-related.
Are we about here?
Guys, what do you think about that? I'm happy on this.
Yeah, you know,
like blow the scale of that beer. Maybe we can reevaluate it.
No, I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
A little bit of beer, a little bit of East.
Excellent. Very good.
Nice.
Oh, we're like efficient.
Yeah.
We're doing.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's happening? I don't even know. Peter, how is this working?
Yeah, no, perfect. And you guys, if you think that I'm being too little attentive to the beer drinking and paying a lot of attention to the phone, that's actually our Miranda Con.
It's the Miranda, yeah. And by the way, Miranda has a microphone for her. I'm going to unmute for a moment. Miranda, do you have anything to say over there? Miranda, would you like to speak? You have a microphone for you.
Oh.
Can you?
I can't reach it.
Hold on.
Oh, chaos. Love it. One period.
You can hear me now.
Yes. How's it going back there? Good?
Yes.
Yeah, don't be confused with the delay of your voice in the
I know,
headphones.
because it's so delayed, so it makes it kind of hard to
Yeah.
now I'm hearing things.
All right. Well, I will turn you off to avoid the confusion.
Yes.
But she's relaying things back to us.
Exactly.
And so we can see if there's any questions. And there's a question to answer already.
So we got a question here.
Yeah.
You guys always complain about the poor internet connection in your old house.
Yes.
What's the new connection like?
Holy moly! This is like a fiber. It's fiber. Yes. It's like before. It was like it was basically. I think there was a squirrel somewhere running in some kind of wheel, like in the basement. Maybe I don't know. This is fiber. So I got these. Oh, it's over there. It's in another room, but I had it here initially. These Deco mesh devices, one on each floor. Fiber into the one in the basement, and they all talk to each other, and it's like 400 or so up and down on this floor. Super good.
Wow.
So far, I assume the quality is looking good right now.
We'll start breaking apart like right now.
Oh, no, don't. Yeah, it's through hyper. And I think occasionally I have noticed a couple of moments of downtime, but so far so good. This means more live streams at the Young House.
And you jinx it.
Yeah, well, he jinxed it. Yeah, because of the question. Yeah.
How about beer number 2?
Beer number. Look at this. We got an extra. I didn't even need to press. Should I press the button anyway?
Press it.
Actually, hold on. I had two things. I had this button.
Too much talking, too little beer.
But I also have this.
Too much talking,
so people
too little
can
beer.
see you saying.
Oh,
do it.
Do it.
So there's two options. There's just
Too
hearing
much
you
talking, too little beer.
or
Too much talking,
seeing
too little
and
beer.
hearing. We have a lot of options with Peter here. That was from the Christmas episode.
Baby,
And there you go.
beautiful.
Beautiful. So
Is the recording you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
you saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I took a clip.
I hope you get a royalty every time.
All right, let's do this and pick up new glasses.
New glasses it is.
We got a Heineken glass. We got a Chimay glass. We got a Liberation Ale. Any idea where this is from? Any guesses?
Boston.
No.
Oh,
I'm
it's
trying to read the
England.
flags there.
England.
It's from
Wales?
Jersey Island.
Oh, sure. Wow.
I've been to Jersey Island. And then we got Lowenbrow. I mean, that's like a classic when you go.
That's mine. That's mine. I'm a classic young guy.
All right. Let me restart the clock as we go to the new one.
Yep.
And bam, we're starting again.
Harboe.
Harboe, yeah.
Good old Harboe.
This feels like it would like so. The first time we did this, we had Tuborg as like the classic canned beer. Last year was the Albany.
Yep.
And this year we're gonna go with this as kind of the classic, easy to find everywhere Easter beer.
Discount.
Can
Walk in.
I don't know if it was on purpose, but it's like the largest, the second largest, now the third largest.
Yes.
I know what's coming next year.
We
The
put a
fourth
lot of
largest.
intel. We put a lot of intel into that. Research and everything. Yeah.
All right, let's pour
Nothing
away.
random.
Here,
All right, you go ahead.
well, here I'll pour two, and somebody else can pour.
Steve, for the win. I'm guessing you're getting.
We're splitting them in half, right?
Yeah.
Big half. Oh yeah.
Here you can have the nice Chimay glass for you.
Thank you.
I'll have the old.
I like a good
Heineken
Chimay.
Here we go.
This is the cultured corner.
Yeah.
This is the beer drinker score.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers. Cheers.
So,
Yeah.
so our technician says that it's starting to sound like a bachelor party. So maybe, we try to not cut each other's sentences.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is turning into a musical. Love it. So the best thing about this beer is that we have more.
I have four more.
Yeah.
In that fridge over there.
No,
Because I bought the
it's not the
six-pack.
best. thing. The fact that it's a beer and it's not bad. It's good.
lighter.
Yeah, it's lighter.
Lighter in body.
Definitely. Yeah. Compared
For
to
a-
the last one, yeah.
For a higher ABV beer, that's surprising too.
What's the
5
5 to 7.
7.
Yeah,
wow, I mean we've made a big jump just
Yes.
now.
Feel it.
yeah.
Wow.
But
I
good.
mean, given the
Yeah.
I'd say I don't know how to put it in the right way. A discount, but I mean it's like
Yeah.
it's a less
is.
expensive beer. It's not like a
The accessible.
yeah, it's very
Still
accessible.
flavorful.
Yeah. I'd never ever had it before.
A lot of these beers, like we were saying, like I completely ignorant on a lot of these beers.
Yeah.
Well, we had to like definitely reach far and wide to make sure we don't have the same ones as previous years.
So with that, how did we? Because I saw there were some questions before the stream
Yeah.
about how we choose beers and I mean, is it scientific? How do we choose beers?
We randomly go to the store and see what we can go. Yeah. And then we basically have a group. You weren't in this because you're a new one to this, so you weren't in the group chat. But a group chat between the three of us, cycling through what beers, taking pictures of beers in stores,
We do.
and trying to make sure we weren't duplicating and trying to find new stuff. And I would say I found the biggest selection at Irma. Here, yeah, I was, I quickly added more as it went, but I was trying to look like 2 or 3 weeks ago to try to get a head start.
Yeah, we're still a little early.
Yeah, exactly. No science to it at all.
Yeah. True, but at the same time, you wanted to have accessible beer.
Yeah, that was important to
That's
have
cool.
something people can find.
Yeah.
So hopefully you've been able to get some of these beers.
Yep.
People watching it can give us some feedback on what you think. I don't know if
Yeah. You know what? One of my favorite beers from last year's Easter tasting.
Yeah.
You were there. I had this at lunch today with my wife.
Skanderborg?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the with the four.
Fuse Four, yeah, exactly. Fuse Four
Yeah, you were
from
saying that's one of your favorites.
Urbeck.
Yeah.
Still good.
I'll tell you what, and this is, I don't know if anyone from Urbeck is watching, but they are making some of the best lagers in Denmark. I really appreciate what they're doing lager-wise. It's just solid beer coming out of Urbeck.
Yeah.
I mean, I typically only drink the seasonal stuff, the Easter and Christmas stuff, and they're always pretty good. Actually, the one with the Easter bunny on it won the very first Easter.
That's
tasting.
right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, so we're like 4 minutes and 15 seconds into this one. So what's the rating? We got to make some decisions here. Yeah, I feel like this is. I don't know. I think this is just a beer. It doesn't taste super Easter to me.
Yeah.
I would say it's super beery.
Yeah.
Less Eastery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the other one had so much extra flavors to me that tasted.
I get a little bit of caramel in the notes, and I think that's a big one for like these Bock beers. But this is more like beer. This makes me want to mow my lawn, not search for eggs. You know?
I wish I put a button for every time somebody says notes, and then I could put some beer notes. You said the first tally of notes today. So who wants to accompany me? Peter, would you like to accompany me this time?
I'll take the second time.
I will be the roaming camera guy.
All right.
Here we are, roaming camera.
Go.
Hey guys. All right, let's do this.
How's it going over here, Miranda? Okay. So I'm just going to place it more or less where I think we're going to start off with. We're somewhere baseline in the sense.
Yes.
We're not super Eastery, so let's go a little bit down on the Easter.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Maybe a little over on more beer.
Yeah, I feel that's
Yes.
I feel that's a good spot right there.
Well,
Peter? Yeah?
Yeah.
Peter?
Yeah.
Good?
I think that's a win.
All right.
I think that's a win.
Let's go back. Okay, and
That's a
so
wrap.
real fast, this is the DJ setup right here with my new Rodecaster Pro 2, which is gonna help us on all future live streams. Very exciting. Let's go back to this camera though. All right.
Yeah.
So
there
we
was a question there.
Yes, question.
I think Steve said super beery.
Yeah.
That was a question. Define super beery.
Yeah.
Steve, you walked right into that.
Yeah. When you use these technical terms, it's always kind of a little confusing. You know? For me, super beery is just like that quintessential lager flavor. Like it's just beer. That's beer that you if you have things you're doing around the house, like one-handed chores.
I think actually what you said to me where you mentioned if I'm gonna go mow the lawn.
Yeah.
That's exactly beer.
You just want a beer.
Yeah,
I just want a beer for that. I don't need it doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be like sophisticated.
Refreshing.
Hits that button. Beer.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Now I feel like we're like doing good on the time, so this is a great time to introduce this special questions that we've. So I'm going to say a quick introduction to this. So because Peter and I, our role in this is to basically bring the experts, and then to try to not be foolish. Which maybe sometimes we do good, sometimes we don't. It depends, you know. So we thought, since we can't ask good questions of the brewers, that we would ask the internet and chat GPT.
Yeah.
The beer is already slow. Questions that we should ask the brewer. So Peter has already done some reconnaissance with the
research work. Let's not go through that right now, but we'll come back to that. But I think since we're not scientific in any sense of way, but we all know what's good and what's not, so we asked ChatGPT to make us smarter.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we have some challenges for you guys. So we got through all this small dusty corners of the internet, had all chatbots crawl through all kinds of beerness lists everywhere, and we're gonna challenge you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't sign up for this.
I'm terrified of
exactly.
the dusty corners of the internet.
Okay, so before opening the next one, I'm gonna say hi from Steve Gallagher from Florida.
Florida.
All the way over there.
All the way from Florida. Hey,
Florida boy.
Go to
right
like
here.
get some
Florida boy.
Get some like
Florida man.
I don't know,
Florida
Cracker
man.
Barrel
That's a
or
Florida man.
Krispy Kreme donuts for us.
Very
nice.
Next
Hello.
one up.
I miss Krispy Kremes.
The Forårsbryg.
All right.
Yeah.
And so the beer glasses of this, because I think I'm quite proud of my
I like
random
this
beer
part.
glass. This beer glass, did I say bird ass? I don't
Yes,
know.
you did.
This is a Noel French. I don't even remember where.
I want that one.
Really made
It
an
sounds
impression,
fancy.
Yeah. It's I think it was like a set. They came with like a glass.
right,
This is of course I can't even see without my glasses to pronounce the Belgian beer. My glasses are right there. Jacobsen.
There you go.
I'm a fan.
It's a good glass.
That is a beautiful glass.
We actually, that was a question this morning. Someone said, hey, adding Jacobsen to that list would have been nice. What did we do?
We drank it already.
We
Actually, before you guys were even here,
Yeah.
Peter and I had a split a Jacobsen Easter
stuff.
and Seafarer's Ale, which I think is from Scotland, maybe. Oh, English, quality English ale. So those are the glasses for this run. I'm going to restart the clock.
Yeah, and we're gonna head down the route of.
Oh, hold on.
Too much talking to the beer.
All right, I just needed to make sure to get
Yeah,
one
of
of
course
those in.
we're. So Braustein,
Yeah.
Bryghus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryghus Braustein came up with this
go.
guy, which is a wheat beer.
Yeah.
I've never tried this. I've
No.
never had anything from Braustein.
Oh, that's not true.
No.
Oh.
I hate to do this to you, Peter.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hot and alive.
Wow, but
You heard it here first.
last year we had another one of their.
That's true.
We did.
Yes,
But-
we did.
But this is different.
Is this the
But
same?
it was-
It obviously wasn't memorable.
It was very late.
We went through this earlier. He was like, "I've never had that beer." You go, "Yeah, you did." He goes, "Yeah, but I was drunk."
Exactly. It was late.
But that was another beer.
It was a different beer. Yeah.
Okay, so
That he's never had.
yeah,
Ever.
my bad.
That's too much of.
But let's make this one memorable. Actually, wheat is one of my favorite kinds of beer or types of beer.
Same for me.
Yeah. So I haven't poured it.
Yep, beer, go for
So
it.
if this was my glass, I'll probably pour it all.
He's the only one that's gonna taste
Oh,
this beer.
Yeah. So I saw a comment also about the room being a little echo-ish.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let us know if it's terrible, and we'll go to IKEA and buy some padding and pillows.
It's a very interesting and difficult audio setup to make this work.
Go put some elevator music on, go to IKEA, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Won't take long.
Yeah, I mean, Getafe is not that far.
No, not at all.
So-
And the trip to IKEA is always fast.
Oh yeah. We may sit and have dinner there and say,
Yeah.
we already ate though. I mean,
Swedish meatball.
smoked chicken.
That was delicious.
Smoked chicken.
So question to you guys. So I poured the beer obviously and probably very poorly, but I learned that you shouldn't just try and avoid the foam. Of course, it's part of the experience, right?
Quite the contrary.
So what is a good trick for pouring beer?
I mean, that's the question of a millennia, I would say, because there's some people. Yeah, now it's starting to kick in for me as well. So, of course, if you pour the beer really hard, you're gonna get a lot of foam, and you're also gonna lose a lot of the aroma. So, if you are aware of that and you pour it hard and you catch the aroma as it's leaving, then you're already getting your first impressions of the beer. So that's not a bad way of doing it necessarily. Plus, the foam itself keeps some of the residual aroma in the beer. So. Yes, you can do it that way. You can also pour it down the sides and release it slowly as you start to warm up the beer with your hand.
Think of the foam as a protective layer. It's keeping oxygen out of your beer. So it's a CO2 layer in those bubbles. It's keeping oxygen from getting into the beer, oxidizing it, creating off flavors.
How much time would that take? Because I'm like...
It doesn't last in this glass very long.
If you're drinking fast, it matters less.
But like when we were in Midfield, like Eddie was like basically like a Moroccan tea guy. Pouring so much, foam in it.
Well, I always say foam is beer too. It just depends on your preference on how.
Yeah, and it changes the carbon dioxide in the beer, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, hi from Thomas L, who supported you guys with the donation.
Oh wow, fantastic! Thank you, sir.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas.
So thanks, Thomas.
Thank you.
You're doing it right.
Wouldn't be here without you, Tom.
Exactly.
Yep. You'd be flying first class.
Back to
Yeah. Sitting at home drinking beer, no camera, same show.
You stalked yourself.
Yeah.
Man, that foam. It's a good foam.
Yeah.
So I think we had this challenges last year as well. Wheat beer and Easter.
Yeah. No, actually we have it every time because even you guys have like a wheat Christmas.
Yeah. Definitely.
I guess it doesn't seem specifically to match the seasonal, but it is. I like wheat beers. My first time, I feel like I'm going to start repeating stories from past things. But my first time to Europe was to Germany, and when I was drinking age, was to Germany, and I just drank up German wheat beers, Frostiskanner, and all this stuff, and that just became my thing. And I went back to the U.S., and some of those were pretty available in like stores in the U.S. And that's like all I drank for the first year.
Did you notice a difference between?
Oh, sorry.
You didn't pour it hard enough.
This is what editing typically does, is we lose that.
But did you notice a difference between when you had them in Germany and how they tasted in the States?
Every beer tastes so much better, closer to the source.
Yeah, when you get it from the nipple.
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
I feel like it's even beer that I don't like.
Yeah.
I typically am not a big Guinness fan, but in Ireland, it just tastes so much better. I don't know, it's a mix of, I get part of it is probably just the atmosphere, you being in the place, for sure. There's a lot of beers that I probably never drank again, but tasted so good.
Drinking fresh beer just wrecks you. It wrecks you because you're used to drinking it at a week old, and then you go out and you buy beer in the market and you're like, even if it's only 3 weeks old, you're still super snobbish about it. We're all right off the line. So spoiled.
Well, that's the benefit, I guess, when you're actually at the brewery.
It's a double-edged sword.
I don't have a brewery in Saudi Arabia. I don't have a line.
Yeah.
Eventually, I have a friend though that
Get
moved
there.
taking these videos. Baby steps, right? I have a friend though that moved into a place in Pittsburgh, and they there's a brewery in this community, and they could have actually gotten lines installed or some. I don't remember the whole story, but I think there was a way. Yeah. I think that was an option. I feel like that was an option. All right. Well, so what do you got? I think this is decent.
Pretty good.
Definitely.
I liked the last one. I liked a little more.
Yeah,
but that's not to take away from this. But
and it doesn't feel so Eastery.
No.
Yeah. So I feel like this. We got 6.5 minutes. Let's get the Roman cam. Sorry, it's off, but here we go. Roman cam, who's up? You want to take it over there, and I'll walk over there with you. Miranda over here, man in the comments.
I'm falling behind now. I was keeping up. Damn, the comments are beers.
This is where it gets tricky because there's got to be room.
I think less. I don't know. Now it's such a tight.
Så lige vores favorite beers.
Yeah.
Hvad står der? Tyrfing. Har du hørt det?
Actually,
Oh yes,
I
it's
put it down a little bit.
yeah, Vestfjord.
Down?
Vestfjord.
Right.
Vestfjord.
Tyrfing. Okay, so
Right.
it brand.
Guys, you good with this?
Are you satisfied?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
we can live with that.
All right, guys. Doing well? Hey, welcome back. This is behind the scenes. This is
Yeah,
what,
nice.
this is my view. How's it going?
This is how the sausage is made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's get back over here.
All right, we got a question.
Yep.
No, actually, I think Miranda asked a question. What's your favorite kind of beer? And Klaus Ole Christiansen, he said his favorite brand is Tyrfing. Tyrfing, do you know that one?
I do not.
Tyrfing.
It's Vestfjord.
Oh, okay.
It's
What? Vestfjord?
Vestfjord's series of what's it called? The Viking series. Come on, I used to make this beer. It's 5 Day, the 5 Day series.
Yeah. Okay.
So and I think it's I don't remember if it's the one that's the I didn't make this particular one, so it's a new one after I had gone from there. Mango, I think it's a mango one, which actually is right up your alley.
There you go. Yeah, not bad.
But Christoph's always good at making beer, so.
Well, this is a debate that maybe we're at 8 minutes, so we're gonna pick. There's a Thun discussion
Yeah.
that should happen later.
Oh,
But
yeah,
by the
yeah,
way,
Too
it's
much talking, too little beer.
let's move on to the next
Amen.
one. And what's the next beer?
Yeah. Next one up is well known
Let's do this.
in the family. Ale number 4 from Refsvindinge. Actually close to where my Fune family or my wife's Fune family is from. I think they could pretty much walk down the side of the farm and buy it off
Straight from the
Skanderborg.
line.
Yeah, that was from the nipple.
Yeah.
He said never heard expertise before. So I'm looking forward to this one. Never tried ale number 4 before. I'm a big fan of ale number 16.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the one.
That's
the
how
go-to.
everyone knows. Yeah.
started in Denmark.
Yeah. All right, so this is a Kriek glass. Somebody's gonna drink from Belgium. Lef, which has actually been one of my favorite beers.
Grab the Creek guys.
Go for it. I'm a Lef fan. I even have I have a Lef apron. This is Indeed Brewery, and what's that?
Why aren't you winning?
I should. Indeed, and I like the name of Indeed Brewery because I'm a big fan of Stargate. Anybody like Stargate?
I like Stargate.
And Teal'c would always say Indeed. That was like one of his favorite lines in the show. And Travelin Brewery, which is also that was one of the first breweries we visited in Denmark after we started the channel. The
Sounds like
Travelin-
Jutland's.
Tulling.
Colin.
Yeah, Culling, yeah. All right. Smells.
Smells fresh.
Yeah, it smells
Yeah,
very
really
fresh
fresh.
actually.
I smell forest.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like
forest
green
green.
pine.
Yeah.
That's the hop. There's some hop character to this
Oh,
one.
I can
and
taste it.
really good hop character actually.
Yeah.
Well done, Refsvindinge.
Mm.
I think if John Rasmussen was still with us, he would be looking down from heaven, he is looking down from heaven
Yeah.
and thinking, well done.
I thought you said it smelled like dung.
Wow.
Very sorry, John.
Well done.
Well done.
And I gotta say, by the way, this is our 4th beer. All it took, Peter, was a live stream and a clock, and we could stay on task.
We're machines.
Yeah, I mean, what this? Usually it's like 6 hours long, and I have like 7 years of editing.
Yeah.
You see, this is hubris. All of a sudden, it's gonna go so wrong.
I shouldn't have. All the microphones are gonna stop. I have 3 though, just in case.
So on this topic of Thun, and we talked about, you really did a good job at trying to taste beer from all of Denmark. And the first time I was to bring beer, I thought it was a Christmas beer tasting. I'm gonna bring some from whatever, Germany, Thailand, whatever. And that part about Danish beer tasting, Christmas beer tasting, that kind of didn't really.
Yeah, it didn't compute.
You're
So,
like, I have those all the time.
But the funny story is that we've been traveling, all of you've been traveling young, a lot, right?
Basically.
So we had the discussion, what region of Denmark is better at making good beer?
Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, I'll say as a non-brewer from either Skanderborg or Fanø, it feels like there's a concentration of great beer in Fyn.
Yeah.
I mean, Orbeck, which you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Refsvindinge.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of good beers.
And the small islands.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that are working really hard. That's what I've discovered since coming over here. Is like they take it serious.
Oh yeah.
And they're figuring it out as they go along, and they're getting better every year.
Yeah.
It's just the overall level since I got here to where it's at now. You can just see it. It's just trending up
Yeah.
for so many breweries. And
Is
that's great to
that Albany located on food?
Yes, as well, yeah.
So is that because of Albany as well, or is that just random?
Actually, if you think about it, because Fyn historically has been one of the last places to stop making home-brewed beer. So they have a real strong tradition of making it at home, and they have real ideas of what it should be. I mean, Refsvindinge basically is the perfect example of a fifth generation. They kept
It's all,
I said I wouldn't. I was like, it won't be a problem.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. The echoey, maybe it didn't come.
Yeah. But
Danish.
they've been doing it for 5 generations. They've been doing it great for 5 generations. Yeah. So the tradition of making beer on Fyn never truly really died out. So because of that, maybe they got a leg up.
I think I'll go one step further. There's a lot of that artistry, like that artisan kind of mentality, where there's like charcuterie, and there's beekeepers, and there's chocolatiers, and like that whole island is just full of like all these tiny little like artisan shops that just are super focused on doing something a small scale at a high level.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Amen.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that deserves a cheer. Sorry.
Cheers.
I would agree. Yeah. Cheers.
Well done, Fyn. Well done, Fyn.
And
That's our food sponsored
This is
section.
Exactly.
Travel
so
agency.
here is a word I never used for beer. I think it is a little bit playful. Is that? Can you? Yeah. It's like it's inviting. I don't know. It's not a scent or it's not a taste. I think it's fun.
I think it has that super fresh hop character to it, like you said, pine. Like into a forest.
Yeah.
You're kind of like spring.
When
like
it's just,
all the sharp aromas are hitting, all the flowers are kind of blooming.
Carelessness.
This is very nice.
In a good way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by this. This is I had zero. I don't, like I said, I'm not familiar with any of these beers. This is very nice.
I feel like there's a lot of stream there happening. Is there anything we need to address?
Yeah, so we got another donation. You got, I'm just a friend.
Well, we're splitting them at the end of the night.
From Ivan A. From Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Norway. Nice. So I have a little Norwegian secret to be told, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Are we
So
moving again?
no. Oh Jesus, no. We're here. No. So Maya and I take a trip together every year. It's a daddy-daughter trip.
Right.
And there's some special things happening in the fall that we're taking time off with. I don't want to mention yet. But because of that, Maya and I decided to split our daddy-daughter trip. Wow.
Sorry.
Into 2 trips.
Oh.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Trondheim in the spring, and then we're going to go again in the winter and see how different it is at completely different times of the year. So it's going to together it'll be like a week, but it'll be split into 2 like 4-day trips to really see seasonally how different Norway is.
I love those mom, daughter, dad,
Daddy,
daughter.
I'm not the mom.
I know, but the Miranda also does trips with Maya, right?
Yeah.
So, but I love the daughter trips as well.
Yeah.
And I would say that one of the most beautiful trips I've done with my kids when they were smaller was exactly to Trondheim. My wife's family has ties to Oppdal, just south of Trondheim, and we've done this triangular trip called Jævelvadshytta, Jøldalshytta, Trollheimshytta, most beautiful walk ever. So I recommend that for anyone going to Norway. Stop by Oppdal, go up that triangular trail there.
Well, we're still planning, so I'll consult you for the trip planning.
Did anyone make the joke? What's
So-
all?
Yeah.
So next time, heading off to the Magic Quadrant. With the magical.
You have something to add real fast, or?
No, it was just a stupid joke. It's the thing that Norway can do that Florida can't, where I come from. It's like going to Florida in summer, going to Florida in winter. There's not much difference.
I'm gonna have I think it's gonna be really exciting to kind of contrast the two times of year.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Yeah, sure.
Very, very different. So, yes.
So one question, or actually it's not one question, it's one gravitational question from quite a few of the viewers. Yeah. So what is Miranda drinking?
Miranda, because of the gluten situation. Miranda, let me turn your microphone on. Usually she's muted. Miranda, do you have anything to add over there? Don't listen to yourself because you'll be confused about the timing.
Just ignore yourself.
Let me bring the camera over there. Clearly she's drinking though because
I am. I'm drinking wine because I have been people.
That's
if
great.
you follow us long enough, you know that 2 years ago, my body decided to revolt against me, and I can't have gluten anymore. So I get to have wine.
okay.
So it's their own. They're trying to think of me. They just can't drink me beer. So.
All right. So who wants to bring this guy over here?
I guess we're trading off brewers, so I'm gonna go.
All right.
Here's ale number 4.
So what does everybody think? Let me make sure I can.
I was very impressed by ale number 4. I feel like it had a good. I would say it's very high on the beer scale. Very high on the beer scale.
And I think it's on the middle line on the east.
Yeah. I think
That's
a good drop right there.
right there. Boom.
Just above the line.
That
Maybe above the line a little bit.
man, I couldn't have done it better.
There we go. Look at that. Look at this. Man.
Beautiful.
Quality.
I feel good about this decision of doing the bottle.
Yeah.
They should have hired me instead of Van White.
I feel like we got a good system going here, guys.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second.
I was talking to the beer.
Nope.
Amen.
On to the next.
Yes, sir. So this is the first IPA, and this is one of my favorites, the style beer. Maybe not yours, Josh, but I think since this is a really nice place in Denmark, Thisted. Or how would you say that, Josh?
I would say Thisted.
Yeah.
No, I know it's Thisted.
Yeah.
Thisted.
Yeah, you're learning. Okay, so this is a Thisted Påske IPA, and I love a good IPA. It holds 5.8. Slowly gravitating
moving
towards
into
6.
It is a real
Yeah,
territory.
you go ahead.
All right, we've
That
got.
glass is mine.
Which actually, look, I didn't notice it has a little crack on it. So be careful.
Okay.
This is the winter coat,
Winter coat, yeah.
which is the winner of last year's, by the way. Thanks to you bringing it.
Cheers.
This is a
21st Amendment?
See, I need to put my glasses on while I read these.
No worries.
Yes, you got it. Exactly.
Did it?
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 21st Amendment. San Francisco, right?
Yes.
I can't remember because I've taken a lot of beer trips in my days. I can't remember where I got
That
them.
was a night I'll never remember. A long one.
This, I believe, is from Hungary.
Hey, you're hungry, by the way.
Hey.
Wow.
Nice.
Those guys are
And
great.
then Imperial
They're
is from, I think,
Blueberry.
Costa Rica.
Mm.
Trying to travel the world here with these. I feel like I stiffed myself on this. Is the point.
I'm taking that one.
Oh, no, that's true. Because you are not an IPA.
I'm not an IPA guy. That wasn't on purpose, but we'll go with that.
Alright, so still reminding you guys not to speak too much overlapping.
Oh yeah, another comment on that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Scope.
But don't hold back.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I start raising my hands. Can I say something?
That's not you. That's so not you.
Excuse me. Can
Yeah.
I say something, please?
Bitterness for the first
Of course,
time.
because I'm not.
Yeah.
I can. That's the immediate thing that I taste.
I wouldn't say it was that much, actually.
It's not an over the top. It's
No.
not
Yeah.
like there was more hop character in that
In the
last
last
beer.
one, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same thoughts.
But that had other flavors where this feels.
Mm.
That to me the hoppiness is overwhelming here compared to the last one. To me,
This
that's
has
because
more-
I'm like immune to it. Or not immune. What's the word? The opposite of immune.
Repellent.
Repellent.
Sensitive.
Very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. You know that I'm a sensitive guy.
Let's save this for afterwards. This is the after party.
I like a good IPA.
A little more lemon character. There's a little bit more orange peel kind of. It's a soft IPA.
Yeah,
I would say, but like for an Easter beer, maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be too aggressive.
I also feel like it's lacking kind of definition or character.
If you're gonna call it IPA, you should have a little bit of punch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you're a Thisted drinker, not that that's a bad thing. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a bad thing. Then maybe this is like the gateway into going into more IPAs or never going anywhere close to any IPAs.
This is as far as I'll get.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that brings you to the point where like you can maybe start appreciating the heavier ones afterwards.
Priming you.
I reluctantly agreed to having this one simply because I felt like I shouldn't be repulsed by all. Exactly.
Yeah.
But we did have the Thisted Påske egg earlier. Before while we were eating dinner.
That was good.
Yeah, that was.
That was
I think
really
we
good.
actually did that in a previous tasting, which is why I didn't make it into this one. But
Unfortunately,
Yeah. So, where are we going with this one?
I mean, I feel like I need to recuse myself because I'm not an IPA guy. I'll leave it up to you guys.
Since you are actually the least involved in this, because I was actually his censor.
Oh really?
Yeah. So, and I literally bumped into him 2 days ago. He was like, "Hey, Peter, what's up?"
See, you have to worry about him coming back to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's how you rated my beer.
He said, "You're coming. When are you coming?" I'm like, "You send a message," and it's like, "I'll see you in a month." All right, well, I'll see you in a month. So,
Yeah.
you take.
I'll take them. Oh, I'll follow in the
Sure.
short.
Let me get the roaming cam into play. Here we go. All right.
Again, I got less Easter on this one.
Yeah.
But I would say it had a good quality of. I almost want to put it on that. I'm gonna say.
This is the problem with the bottles.
The diameter of the bottles is too big.
Yeah.
I would say right around there.
Yeah.
Middle beeriness, little less Easter.
Yeah, I think we can. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
With that.
All right.
We're being tough here, guys.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but the whole story is you go from tough to less tough.
Sorry.
The more you drink.
It just gets better and better.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think we got a little time for the ChatGPT.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Okay.
Man, we're doing
So,
Rolling through it.
yeah.
In the moment of research and preparation for this day.
Yeah.
So guys are ready.
Oh wow, it's like an 80s sitcom over here.
So Josh and I, we thought no, it's okay. Remember to raise your hand. we thought okay, we're not smart beer makers, creators. So we thought, what smart questions could we ask a beer maker? Right. So ChatGPT came up with a whole long list of good questions here, and I was like, I think we asked, what types of beer do you specialize in brewing? How would you ensure consistency in your beer taste and quality? Boring, right?
But
So
I gotta say real fast. This told me that while everybody's concerned that AI is going to take their jobs away, I feel like you guys are safe for the moment.
We have a niche market.
Based on what it could come up with.
yeah,
He had to dig in and ask a lot of questions in order to get something.
actually, really good number of relevant questions and everything.
What's going on over there? Hold on a second. Miranda, what's happening back there? Your microphone's on. Yeah?
Jean Ricard said, "Don't give up that burping anymore. He's tasting it all wait, I have to take my headphones off. Don't give that burping man any more beer. He's tasting it all twice."
Sorry.
How does it taste the second time around, Peter?
Yeah, really good. But I don't know. Well, I don't know why I'm the only one burping today, because I think we had the same amount of beer, or maybe Josh and I a little more
We've
before you guys came.
We've talked in front of people with beer before.
Suppression is my art.
So, okay, I will not try to keep it down. So, well, all these questions are good. I think we had them over the years. So I asked ChatGPT, can you make these questions a little more anxiety provoking? And ChatGPT said, sure. Here are some more provoking, anxiety provoking questions for the beer makers. So let's try one of these. Have you ever had to recall or safety issue one of your beers, and how did you respond to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a barrel aged beer, and the year we released it, it won beer of the year, like a Christmas beer of the year. I don't know, like the Copenhagen newspaper. Beer of the year. The next year, there were still a few bottles on the market, and it had kind of taken a turn to a point where we weren't happy. Like, someone sent us a message, hey, I just tried this beer. So we keep all our beers in back stock, so we can check them.
Okay.
And I pulled a couple beers, and yeah, it wasn't right, and we issued a recall. We said, there's not a lot on the market, but if you have one that has this best by date, let us know. We'll replace it with the new one. That's last year's. This year's. I think we replaced 20 beers over the whole thing, but we got a lot of feedback from people just being like, "Thank you for doing that," and not just being like, "Oh, we're gonna ignore it," and we're gonna, because these things happen, and especially when you're doing things kind of outside the norm, where you're introducing oak aging or some other things. You open yourself up to that, and you have to be willing to say, okay, well, this isn't what was intended, or you know, if you take a hit, so be it, but at least you're taking a hit for doing the right thing instead of something that was out of control and you could ignore it. So.
I have a Gorm there that's about a year and a half old. Should we look
fine.
at it?
That'll be fine. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I got the source here. I just
Zero complaints on
Okay,
Gorm,
good,
man.
Okay, I think that was a good and relevant question.
Yeah.
Thank you, ChatGPT. So I have another one here. How do you handle unexpected changes in ingredients, availability, and pricing? Because, I mean, let's face it, sourcing is a big
supply
issue.
chain.
Yeah,
Supply
it
chain.
is. I think I'll take this one because Skanderborg only makes organic beer. So the problem actually is this year, as they were harvesting organic hops, unfortunately something was happening with the conventional hops, and some of the blowover fell onto the conventional organic hops, meaning that Yakima immediately released a statement saying, I'm sorry, we do not know if it's going to be organic par, so your contract, and I even contract my way out of this to make sure, because organic especially is really hard to get enough ingredients for. We're not sure we're going to be able to honor your contract. We're testing it, we're retesting it. We want to make sure that what we give you is up to par. But you have to be ready for that. There might be a problem. And actually this year it was a problem. They have told me that there are some varieties of hops that I just cannot get. How do you deal with that issue? I mean, it's so new for me, it's literally very topical. I'm going to look at that as we speak right now. How do I deal with it? Of course, sometimes you substitute if you can. Some hops are thankfully pretty close. Sometimes you can mix hops that kind of look similar to the original hop if you mix them. It's hard to say really what you can do. It's more
and it's a frustration because it's out of your hands.
Yeah,
a lot of the times, like you can hold vendors accountable the best you can, but at the end of the day, like if they don't have it, they don't have it.
Yeah,
And so you have to kind of figure out a path forward on that. On the flip side of that.
All right. Well, I very good feedback, very interesting, and I think it's time for.
Too much talking, too little beer.
Also, by the way, I have this extra little. I don't think I can't remember what I've done and I haven't done. So I don't think I've done this yet, which is we can also see Peter say it.
Too much talking, too little beer.
Yeah, he also said it there.
I get robbed in that situation because we don't hear him.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like so. By the way, I think now.
Too much talking, too little beer.
Hey, I like that.
The more I drink,
That's the
the
buzz word.
less I'm capable of operating this spirit. Because, by the way, somebody probably commented while Miranda was talking a minute ago, I think I accidentally muted her instead of unmuted her. So I'm sure somebody said something about. I apologize. It's. I need an operator. Well, if drinking's involved. All right, we've got 4 glasses, new glasses. Here they are. Eru.
Yeah.
Hogarden.
Yes.
I have an affinity for these like.
That's not the
Belgian-
right glass.
Yeah.
But I like the. I know I have the other.
You
kind
need the
too.
bathtub,
Yeah.
you know?
But I like this kind
Yeah.
of glass.
I do too.
Midfoon, of course. Eddie was kind enough to give us, and New Belgian. Have you ever had New
I
Belgian?
have that glass.
Yeah,
That's the glass I bought when I
exactly.
went to the brewery.
This is one of the best breweries in the U.S.
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
ever get up to Fort Collins, that is like
Completely.
the mecca of amazing beers in the U.S.
Go down the slide if you're ever there.
Yeah.
Beer number 6.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
There it is. Second time.
We're gonna
Hannibal
start this.
from Difemgård. I tried that before. Not
Yeah?
this. Oh yeah, I tried this one before. This very beer. A spring Forårsbryg. Hannibal from Difemgård.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. Looking for it.
Here, why don't I'm gonna pour, and you can. Why don't you look at Miranda's comments because I feel like there's some things we should respond to.
Yes.
You can do that while I'm pouring.
No worries.
My watch is telling me there's comments.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah, we're all on the.
Yeah, exactly.
Your watch doesn't work.
Yeah,
here.
well, that's just the dial.
It's a Casio.
It's a Casio. My watch says 2 + 2 equals 4.
Okay, so we just got a huge donation
Oh.
from the childhood candy of mine.
Oh.
Okay.
And you probably don't know it. You definitely don't know it. It's called Sismofytter.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, actually, I
Oh,
don't
wow. So Sismofytter is these small bonbons, candy,
Yeah,
with green, pink, and black and white stripes.
Okay.
Great licorice-ish taste.
Of course.
So gave a generous
surprise.
donation. Thank you for doing a cozy live session. A small contribution to the Sunday junk food. Many beer greetings
like
from
them.
Fredericia. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
Very good.
Yeah.
Anything else we should? I want to make sure we're not missing these.
Grab an Eddie.
Miranda's writing something.
Yeah. That's I'll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Janet Kelly asks, have you ever shopped at Coma?
Coma.
COMA.
No. Have you?
No. I think it's a Copenhagen beer
Oh.
shop.
No.
Okay, I'll Google that.
Yes. We will solve that problem.
With a K or with a C?
C.
With a
C-O-M-A.
COMA. Yeah,
Ah.
I'll check that. And also, has anyone tried Refsvindinge Bryghus?
No.
You have?
Yes, I have. Once again, censor.
Yeah.
No?
I was a censor of them as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's Zealand, right?
Yeah, no.
Refsvindinge.
Is that Foon?
I don't. I know the guys. I don't know where they're located, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But they're good guys. Yeah.
Ah.
They literally actually just made some brews with our not literally, not that long ago. Let's put it that way. Literally.
Literally. Are you a fan of Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
But they just made a brew with what's it called, the food and drug guy, the minister of that.
Okay.
Fødevareminister.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
Hannibal the Cannibal. Yes, thanks a lot.
cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on track.
But this has been a blast so far. By the way.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
Enjoying it.
I was concerned about the standing, but we're making. I'm leaning. We're all leaning.
I'm standing back.
Yeah.
trying to-
It's a forced
yeah,
perspective
it's a
thing
forced
that you're going
perspective.
with.
I'm trying to reach his level.
Yeah.
I can.
There we go. There we go. I got this. I got it.
We still be ever.
Okay, never mind.
The comment.
All right. So where are we with the Hannibal? Difemgård.
You get a lot of biscuit.
Yeah.
A lot of biscuit, yeah. Very thick, heavy.
So
What are they out of?
Horsens. Yeah.
Paulson's.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
The state prison.
Yes, of course. You know, Miranda and I spent an
Of
evening.
course.
You know, we spent a night at the prison
Yeah, I know.
Is
last
that where
year.
they do beers behind bars? Is that what?
Well, actually, yes. So we went that weekend to Beers Behind Bars, and then we stayed the night at the prison because you can stay in like one of the former infirmary places.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to combine Beers Behind Bars and stay the night. It was super nice. Cool. And you weren't there, but we did see your brewery there.
Yeah, I know. Actually, thankfully, I'm gonna plug Skanderborg's beer enthusiasts because they really step up every single year. Thank you, Kirsten. You did a great job. She goes there and she does that because I mean I can go to every single festival there is, and that's basically all I'd be doing. So
that's a
sometimes you,
fun job.
it's,
You don't have to go to every single one.
And I really like one of my
what?
yeah, one of my favorite, I would say the beer's all right, but I really love the logo.
Yeah.
Is the from Ranas, the place with all the beards and facial hair. What's the name of it?
Syndicate. No, that's a beard brew.
Beard Brew.
Yeah.
So they were there, and I had a couple of their beers. I need to get one of those glasses because I like how they basically everyone's got a different. You know, I obviously am a fan of facial hair.
What?
So you are a fan.
I'm an unfortunate casualty of facial hair. That's a good shirt.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is my beer drinking T-shirt actually. Didn't plan to reveal it.
He talked about it earlier. He was just waiting for the moment.
He said every hour he was going to take off another layer. So.
All right.
All right. This.
Hannibal.
This is not necessarily my favorite of the beers we've had today.
Yeah, I think the problem with this one is not that I think it's an okay beer, but I don't feel that it's really augmenting the Easter feel. And this is like just a beer, little bitterness and a little caramel, and it's not really.
I think it's living a little bit in the past because once upon a time these were the beers that were really blowing people's minds.
Yeah.
They were going from the Harboes, they were going from the Thisteds and at that time or something like that. And then you have something that has so much body, so much filling, so it's just wow. But now we're so used to different types of beers that it's kind of lost itself in the past.
Dare I say this is a classic plus?
Classic plus.
Yeah.
I think
What is it? 6%? Something like that.
Yeah, it's 6 here.
I'd say
6.
When you say, I think you nailed it when you say like it's the thing it has going for it is body. It's got a thick finish to it, a little low on carb, I think. But biscuity, it tastes clean.
Define biscuity for me.
Biscuity would be like, okay, so you have caramel, but like a little more bread character.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like in between bread and caramel
Toasty.
is biscuit.
Okay.
So biscuit malt, it has kind of almost like a honey-like character, but more like a honey crust. If you were having like graham crackers.
Okay.
Exactly.
Graham crackers is a great example for an American
biscuity.
for biscuity.
Yeah, we don't have really anything like that in Denmark. There, it's an equivalent of.
Graham crackers. Yeah, those digestive.
Now I want graham crackers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So the person from Florida eat some graham crackers and think of us. Make some s'mores.
Think of me, man. Think of me.
Rating time.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
So
it's my turn now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Take the heat.
All right.
Exactly.
Do it.
All right.
Here's Brand over.
I feel like there's gonna be blowback on this. We're gonna talk to people at like
Well,
the
this is
beer
not your
festival.
first time. You survived the last one.
And thankfully, only barely. So I think beeriness, we are. I want to stay close to the center line because, of course, there's still this. It's not bad beer. It's just an old style of beer. So let's stay on the beeriness line close to the center, but Easterness. Too long ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, definitely.
You can stack them. You can stack them.
Put it right above the maybe the Thisted.
The Thisted was. I would say.
Thesis,
Just below. I would say the Thisted was pretty.
Yeah.
I feel like we're being very hard judges
Yeah.
now that I see it.
Drop it. Do it. Commit.
Then down.
We good, guys?
I mean, yeah, it seems unfair, but yeah, in comparison to the other beers.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
How's it going over here?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We have an important update.
Yes.
It is from Sarah Berlovsky.
Oh yes.
Hey, Sarah.
This is my friend from Pittsburgh. Yes.
Yeah.
She's gonna tell us what I probably said wrong.
Oh no!
I love this moment. This is my favorite.
Bring it, Sarah. Bring it.
You will never guess what she's actually enjoying right now.
Oh yes. What's that?
Graham crackers.
Graham crackers.
Hey,
Okay.
there you go.
She's the one. I thought she was gonna correct my whole beer line to the house thing. By the way, I got to say, I was telling you earlier. She's the one who I brought a bottle of mango mussolini to.
Hey, Sarah.
And
I made that beer.
Yeah, exactly, and it's proudly on display in her home, and in everybody's tummies.
Perfect.
Very good.
Okay, so we have another question before the next beer.
Yeah.
Right. Bring it.
Yeah.
Too much talking to the beer.
Sorry. Yeah, that tells me we need beer.
What's the question though?
much
While
beer.
we're
Yeah. No.
do it while we're getting the glass.
No, we can't take any
we
questions.
can.
We need beer.
Come on, we can
Okay.
ask the question while we're doing this.
Okay.
Multitasking is not a man's
Exactly. Yeah. So we had a question. What do we think about drinking slightly old beer in relation to the best before dates?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
so you can
You're,
get
you're drinking expired beer. Or you're drinking
expired beer.
like past the best date.
beer will never nothing's gonna happen to you if that's your concern. It's not like on that day beer suddenly becomes poison or anything like that. There's things going on in that bottle that are preventing anything bad from really happening. Ideally those best by dates are determined for what's best for the flavor of the beer, not necessarily when the beer is good till.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really shoot for the shortest best by dates that we can.
Yeah.
Because
There's a difference between best before and drink by.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
There's a difference there.
Yeah.
And how would now I'm going to expand on this. We're
Huh?
moving way into the
Too much talking, too little beer.
range, but that's okay. There's I think there's as a consumer, there's these dates on everything: milk, eggs, beer. Some people might be scared just
Exactly.
because of this mentality of what it would be to drink, eat like eggs that are a week old. How do you battle this kind of conception that misconception people might have of other things where you maybe don't want to experiment? You know what I mean? Can you feel like you fall into the trap of people like, oh, this is gonna make me sick? You know what I mean?
You will meet those kind of people, but like I said, thankfully, at least in Denmark, let's talk where we are now. You have the best before and you consume by dates.
Yeah.
There's two very different things. Consume by means if you consume it after this date, you are running the risk of doing something of bodily harm to yourself. Either
Dumb ways to die.
exactly.
That's the date you want to really pay attention to.
Where the best before date, like Steve said, it's a question of the brewer thinking to himself, all right, until this date, I feel that it represents the beer that I
Exactly.
made.
Yeah.
After this date, it's not because it's undrinkable, it's just a different type of beer.
That's
So
a
if
good
we're
book.
releasing our lager, we put a 6-month best by on it. That beer is good for 3-4 years.
Easily.
But at 6 months, if you taste it compared to a fresh one, I'm saying get a fresh one.
Yeah.
That's what that means to me. So if we have an IPA that we're putting 6 months on, or if we have a barrel aged beer that we're putting 10 years on, it's because of those flavors are still good for that duration in our thought.
I'll even take a step further because, of course, you are one of the conscious brewers who actually does think very much about this. You're thinking big, heavy, dark beers, they get a longer best before date compared to a lager. Mostly, you will find that usually it's a question of the big supermarkets saying, we will not take your beer unless we get at least 2/3 of the best before date for ourselves. If you don't get that, you don't get to sell your beer in our place. So that sometimes kind of groups
Hold
things
on.
into.
That's why you don't see us in big.
I just messed up the whole stream because I was playing with it.
Are we off?
I think we're off.
That was great though.
It was. I
Yeah,
was on
you
the
were
roll.
on a roll.
I felt it.
Can you start it again?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna go cry over here.
It's gone, isn't it, Miranda?
You're still on?
You're still
Are we?
still.
Are we still on? This
Come on, everyone still loves it.
Is it still on?
He's still here.
Really?
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, I'm glad I didn't get too much there. So look all the big people.
We are still on.
guys.
But on that talk, right?
Yeah.
So the best before thing, I saw that some supermarkets starting labeling stuff can also be enjoyed after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe beer should be labeled also good after this.
Well, and we don't do this, we have a best before date. Several breweries have started adopting a packaged on date and then a recommendation. So it is the brewer's recommendation that you consume this beer within 6 months of the package date. Within 12 months of the package date. And so that puts it in your hands of, oh, well, this is 8 months, so I kind of have an understanding of it. It might taste a little old, but it's still okay. Because obviously you always want to consume a beer as close to when it's released, unless you're cellaring them for your own purposes.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but also there's even I would say it's very how should I say, not tricky but dangerous to think only, well, to a certain extent, only fresh beer is good.
Yeah.
So if it's past this date, not even going to touch it, because you're actually hurting your local brewery by saying, if it's not this date, I don't want to touch it, because sometimes some breweries actually pay really much attention to how much oxygen goes into that bottle. They extend their shelf life. So a date for categorically categorizing every single type of beer and saying that if it's above this date, if it's more than 1 month, don't taste it. It's too simple to lump everything together like that.
All right.
Too much talking to little beer.
And we've gone through my technical. I thought I was trying to turn I was trying to turn notifications off, and I think I flipped the browser to another screen, and I thought it was off. Anyway, so I'm learning.
Yeah.
As we never stop. We're still going. It's all good. And I think the notifications are off now, so I apologize to whoever was messaging me. I appreciate it, but I don't know what it was.
Yep.
So we got ourselves
Big head.
Big head. All right, and so the glasses, by the way, I had this Dangerous Man glass, which I feel like was from maybe Kansas City or Portland or Minneapolis. It has a beard.
This one's
Francis Connor.
Kusakina,
which is from that was from Peru when I went to Cusco. And back when I went when I went to the Machu Picchu many years ago, and you got Foster's Australian for beer.
Australian for beer. But literally any Australian would say not Australian for beer.
But I've been to Australia, and Foster's does taste better in Australia. We're
gonna go there now. Yeah, exactly.
So this is the Skands.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And now we're back into this is traditional Easter brew, right?
Some kind of a Bock style,
Yeah, like Bock. Good rich feel.
Yeah. That's another beer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beer.
It's living up to its name. Actually, I think this one's gonna go high on the Easter.
I forgot to start the timer. This is how. Let's start all over.
What are we gonna do?
I'm leaving this. It's not professional enough.
Too much talking to little beer.
I mean, I'm doing my best here. It become my ability to monitor the DJ station here.
Amazing.
Degrades over time.
So it's now almost a 9:15.
Yeah.
So we've been drinking beer since what?
Well, we started when we had dinner at 7.
And we drank.
Yeah, well, we drank before that, and then they got here, and then we drank, and
And we didn't go low.
No, we started high.
Yeah. And we're ending on a high.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So this, for me, is the first time we're in the Magic Quadrant.
Okay.
Upper right.
Oh, for you,
Yeah,
really?
for
Wow.
me.
Food,
Yeah.
clean taste.
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can follow that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe on the line of Eastery, but definitely good beer.
Yeah.
How many do we have left, by the way? 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
and we're getting into the charted territory.
This is
of-
number 7.
Oh yeah.
Are his beers are the last?
Mine
two?
are the last two.
Oh wow.
Then we gotta put them on. They're gonna be on the floor next to the.
They're gonna be
To
like,
the
all,
bottom
they're
of the
gonna,
chart.
they're gonna be
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah. Didn't make. Let's just not chart them.
Okay, so while you try to
Uncharted territory.
get the scent of this one,
Yeah.
let's try another question because.
Then I won't do this yet.
Yeah. So we thought that this, I mean, gone very scientific into the questions and anxiety and business and stuff like that. But I mean, Josh and I were very touchy-feely people, right?
You're sensitive
We're
individual.
sensitive. I would go with that. I'd go with sensitive.
sensitive.
Touchy-feely.
I'll accept sensitive.
I'll accept sensitive as an answer.
But the
What is
reason
sensitive?
All right, Alec. That
it's
works.
all good. But the reason why I didn't say sensitive is that I wanted to challenge ChatGPT's
Yeah.
ability to understand my
Yeah,
kind of.
touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I said,
Why?
so ChatGPT, hope you're still okay and awesome.
He's checking in.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
You're still okay.
Miss you.
It's been a while.
Loves kisses. I'm sensitive.
Excellent.
So I didn't reply to your last message.
And by the way, I feel a burp coming up, but
That's why I didn't reply.
I actually had a personal friend write to me in my personal chat.
Yeah.
So why haven't you burped for at least 10 minutes? And I just want to give
Last
a big
year was
fat
fun.
disclaimer.
Exactly.
And Peter could be my witness. I did an off camera burp.
I get,
Oh, you?
so it's funny. By the way, these things have what are called cough buttons. In your case, it needs to be a burp button.
Oh, burp button.
All right. So back to the question. So ChatGPT, thank you. Could you help me ask some cool questions about more touchy-feely stuff around beer making?
No.
And ChatGPT said, yeah, sure. Here are some touchy-feely questions about beer making.
We're going to that place in the insert.
Yeah. So, what inspired you into becoming a beer maker, and what do you love most about the craft?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You and me first.
I'm gonna take a quick one and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
let
do
you
it.
go into it
Yeah.
because I think most people have actually seen me here a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I grabbed the winter coat because that was actually one of the main motivations. I saw a guy who was a gardener. He said, you know what, I like what I've been doing, but I just want to move back to my old house that I used to live in where I grew up. I want to make beer. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And he's still doing it to this day. And I just love that fact that, you know what, I like it, I'm going to do it. That's for me, that's dedication to the craft, that you just go and you start doing it. You don't even care if you're making huge amount of money. None of you have actually heard about Wintercoat before I brought it, but he's still there. He's doing super live music. He's bringing.
Because of you, we visited in the summer, and we didn't see music, but it was just like I would advise going to the brewery if you live here. It's a cozy feel.
Yeah.
No,
it's outside of Aarhus at Sable.
Yeah.
Like the hop. The name
Really?
of yeah, Sable. Yeah.
And they're just super nice. We chatted with them and we hung out, had a couple beers, and I took some back with me. I only knew about them because you brought the beer, and it was such a great experience.
Bro, you're actually coming to Aarhus next week.
Yeah.
I'll take you there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think I need to go to Aarhus. No.
Hey, next week.
Yeah, I wish I
We're
could.
all gonna be there.
Yeah, let's part 2.
So let's do one more, or unless you want to. Yeah.
No, elaborate.
What was the question was? How'd you get into brewing?
Inspiration.
What inspired
My inspiration was I was working in marketing advertising in Chicago, and my roommate came home with a whole bunch of crap from his dad, and he was like, "This is my dad's brewing kit," and I was like, "You can make beer?" And he's like, yeah. And then we got into doing that, and I was like, "Why do I work with these people I work with when you can make beer?" And so like I kind of just quit, and I went to brewing school and got into beer, and it was just I turned a hobby into a profession, and just.
And so you lived in Chicago.
Yeah,
I mean, there's great beer.
Yeah,
in
there's
Chicago.
great beer in Chicago. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna deviate for a moment, and this is wrong, but I gotta ask because we talk about all the bourbon barreled and all this kind of oak bear and Goose Island is one of the pioneers.
Yeah,
of this
absolutely.
concept,
Yeah, they argue that they're the first ones.
Yeah, which is a Chicago beer. Is that part of what inspired you to do this
At
so
the
much?
time, I think I was. I actually worked the marketing agency I worked for was only 3 blocks away from the Goose Island production facility, which I was completely oblivious to at the time. Like I'm from Bush Light country, I'm born in Iowa. That's mother's milk. So it was really kind of an educational period for me. But a lot of what I know about barrel aging comes from one of my really good friends when I got into brewing. we started working at a very small brewery, and we parted ways. I went to a brewery in Kansas. He went to Goose Island and interned, and he spent years just cleaning barrels and filling barrels and doing all that stuff. And then I hired him when I came to Fanø. And so a lot of what I know about barrel aging is just me picking his brain and being like, how did you guys do that at Goose Island?
Very
How do you
nice,
do things?
nice.
So
I remember like, when I lived in Chicago, there was like this Goose Island. There was a specific time of year that you could, like a very brief period where you can actually get some.
November.
And in a lot of places, you can only buy one bottle.
Yeah.
Because there was so few.
It's better now.
Because it's grown. But
Yeah.
if I look back before I moved here 6, 7, 8 years
Next to
ago,
impossible.
like one bottle you could get. And my brother he would go to multiple places to be able to basically fill 4. Because like technically they would sell them in 4.
Yeah.
And to get 4, he would be like the prize possession.
I remember going to Benny's for like the release
Benny's,
day, and you would get like a ticket, and then they would like announce Benny's, and then you would announce like the ticket number, and then you could pick one bottle from all the variants. And
because they're like 4 or 5 different.
You didn't win it. You won the opportunity to buy it. Like it was like now you can buy this one if you want it. And it's like,
so for those barrel aged fans here, that's like the origin story.
Man, it used to be like you don't understand the struggle.
I mean, I live in Chicago.
Yeah.
My brother, I'd go visit my brother lived in Chicago. I'd visit him, and I'd be like, just give me, he'd like maybe give me just a little bit. He'd pour a glass. He'd be like, you can taste it. But I had to wait in line. He'd be like, I had to wait and get the ticket.
Absolutely.
I was like in the beginning of your response, it was like, okay, there was one word that was like blew my mind. It's like, oh wow, I went to the wrong school. Brewing school.
Yeah. My guidance counselor never told me that right here.
All right, we need to go places because.
Talking
Now
to the
it's
beer.
time to ask a question. I know you just hit the button.
Hold on a second.
Yep,
Your microphone's on.
Oh, my microphone's on. Okay, somebody asked, is American beer really like making love in a canoe?
Oh, you mean it's fucking close to water? Yeah. A lot of it is American light lager.
Not Goose Island.
Yeah, but not Goose Island. Like I would say definitely the majority of what is sold is like making love in a canoe.
Yeah, but like I would always go Goose Island. I don't know if you ever went to St. Louis much, but Schlafly. Where it had really good like coffee stouts and stuff.
Barley wine is amazing.
Oh yeah, good stuff at Schlafly, and then even Boulevard in Kansas City was okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously New Belgium, which we talked about, and New Holland, which is up in Michigan.
Founders, all that. Like,
there's some really good stuff there.
Reason.
But there's also a lot of commercially available canoe water beer.
Yep.
And if you don't know, that might be what you end up with.
Yeah.
But
All
who's
right.
gonna let's
Rating
flip
time.
over.
Rating time.
Yeah.
Do we remember it?
We like this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked it
Do
a
we
lot.
remember it?
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Above the line of the beer.
Here we
We
go.
thought they had a good beeriness and also good Easterness. I don't know if it was more beery than, or more.
Yeah. You guys feel good about this?
I'm that. That's my.
You're in the top loop.
This is starting to really lead the pack though. I mean, you feel comfortable with that?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, this was. I want to maybe like.
Yeah, put that.
Maybe that there. Can we? Is that legal?
Yeah, that is
Illegal. We
Yeah,
made
I don't want to break the law here.
All right.
I think
Okay.
that's fair.
I feel like the microphones may not be good. Let's go back and hit Peter. Hey, you got happy.
Yeah,
Look at you.
right.
you doing there, bro?
All right, let's go. Back to this guy.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I got enough juice on my phone. All
You're,
right.
the baseball guy, and I thought, so this is about the time when we had so many beers
Yeah.
that you get confused who's P1, who's P2, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I can see the arrow leading the way, so he's definitely alpha. I'm gonna be beta Peter.
Any good questions we need to respond to while I pull up the glasses for the next one?
Yeah, sure. So we had one, actually we had some donations as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
speak up.
PK2,
Yeah.
good donation. Gotta go, have some fun, guys. It's been fun. So
Thank you.
Hey.
PK.
Maybe you'll watch it in the replay.
Yeah.
Thank you if you see us.
And someone actually quoted me
Yeah.
on
Did they say?
Too much talking, too little beer.
yeah. More beer, less talking. Let's do that. Also, Klaus Ole Christiansen. Oh, we had that one. Is American beer really like making love in a canoe?
Yeah.
Thank you, Klaus. So we had another question. Besides the alcohol percentages, how long can you store beer in a cool, dark place?
I have had beer that is over 40 years, and it was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, that's when the passion comes out. I'm sorry.
Next beer, Walter.
So you can definitely store beer for a very long time, as long as the conditions he was talking about are met. I mean, yeah. What do you say?
I drank this was not. I don't recommend this. We were at a beer event at a bar in Aarhus, and they had several crates of really old Danish beer in the green bottles. And I probably drank a 40 to 60 year old Tuborg that night, and it tasted like cardboard, but it didn't harm me and everything like that. So it's a living thing, and it's changing constantly. It'll have ups and downs, but ideally, there's nothing wrong going on inside there. So drink the beer. When in doubt, give it a shot. If you don't like it, pour it down the drain afterwards. Don't just pour it down.
So this question came from someone that I can kind of relate to.
Yes.
Apparently, because of you and your viewers.
Yeah.
The guy is called Jean Ricard.
Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard.
So thanks, Sean, for that one. Okay, so I feel like before going with the next beer, I have one more question about.
Will you get it and I'll pour it while you?
Yes. We're going into the territory.
We gotta make sure we
Now it's gonna be
Majorly
majorly into the Fanø. But go ahead.
That's actually the reason I invited you.
This is the
shit on me.
Fanø Forårsbryg.
Yeah,
You'll be like,
yeah, close enough. Okay, so this is the last touchy-feely question. I know we got 10, but this one is the last one I'm going to say. You guys, can you talk about a time when a customer's emotional response to your beer really stood out to you? So when a customer or a beer enthusiast came up to you, tasting your beer for the first time, and saying something emotional that really triggered
really triggered us.
Yeah.
I got two of those, both each way.
One that comes to mind. Do we want to talk about the glasses at all?
Real
Buy us a little bit
fast.
of time.
Reba?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Reba.
Neighbors to the south.
Yeah. This is Four Cats from Barcelona. And I'm curious, by the way, you're drinking out of the ceramic. You know, I think that keeps the coolness a little bit longer.
It does.
Tinnitz, which is from our trip to Scotland many years ago, and Efes, I'm pretty sure that was from Turkey.
Turkey.
So we're trying to scatter around the globe with these glasses.
I love the fact that you could drink beer from something that looks like a coffee cup, right?
But this just makes it stay cooler longer. I mean, it's something. It's
something about drinking a beer out of a stein.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, so let's try this and have your response to that one.
A time that a customer had an emotional reaction to our beer.
Oh God, this is shit beer.
Who makes this?
Jesus.
Oh God.
We're going downhill.
I do
We got a winner already.
I'm just trying to move on here, folks. Sorry, I'm trying to keep us on track. Everyone's just puking.
I didn't start the clock.
Oh yeah, well, there you go. That's why I didn't take it. I do remember we had, and this is, I don't know, this might not be a smooth story. I've never really told this story. We had an older couple come into the tap room one time, and we make a wheat beer called Loon, and it has Loon, heather flower in it. It has chamomile in it, and we had not changed the beer. The beer is the same today as it was when I showed up 8 years ago. They felt it was different. And no matter what I said to them, it was a different beer. And it hit a point of like, I don't know what I can say to you. The beer is the same. And they were like, no, but this is our beer and this is not the same. And you could tell that they had this connection to it because they come from Germany. They come every year. They come to Fanø and they have this beer. And for some reason, the beer this year struck them differently. And they just really could not fathom like that I was telling them truth, and you recognize the connection that people have to these beers, even though this is something that we just make, not just we just make, but like it's one of many, but like to some people there's a connection, and there's memories, and there's parts of their life that they associate with that, and so it's very important to them. And we talked about consistency earlier, or one of your vanilla questions were, how do you manage consistency? And that's part of why that's so important. Is maintaining that consistency. And the second part, we make a beer called Mango Mussolini, which we mentioned earlier. And I had someone tell me that was the beer that got them into craft beer, and he's a brewer now. Wow. And I was like, nah, it couldn't be, because oh shit, we made that beer 6-8 years ago, something like that. I was like, that's a long time for a beer to be out on the market. And so you don't think about how you're putting these things out there, and what how people are not just consuming them and drinking them, but how they're how they're reacting, how they're relating to them, how they're connecting to them, how they expect those beers to be out on the market. So that's been also an educational part of it.
I mean, I would take that to say, like, there's certain things that like evoke like emotions, like music is something that can like transport you to, but tastes is something. And for some reason, beer is one of those things that has this expectation of a repeatable taste, especially if you gravitate towards a specific thing. So I can understand how that first story would be something that could be like, wow, it like builds up this expectation that is hard to match. Because it's never gonna always be exactly the same. But I can see how it like, there must be something that transports them to a specific time.
Well, and it had been,
that they wanted to.
It'd been 3 years. It'd been COVID, and so it'd been so long. But they had this memory of like what it should be.
But then what's interesting, like what Eddie said when we met with him, which is I think a really interesting statement, where he said like, it's all about like so many things about the environment can also influence the experience you have, even if it's the exact same tasting beer. Just like we said earlier, tasting a beer in Ireland is not the same as it might be the same, and so there's all these factors that go into it. Influence.
I have an exact emotion about that experience. So first time in Italy, sat on the Spanish stairs in Rome, drinking Peroni beer.
It was the
best beer ever.
Limoncello in Italy.
And then after...
But that was one of the beers right now?
No, actually 10 years later, there's a small beer shop on Gammelstraat. Where they have like 200 different kinds of beer. And I found Peroni the best beer in the world! And I went in and bought it and sat on the pier of Gammelstraat. I was like, what is this?
I wish I pulled a Peroni glass. I got one somewhere in my glass collection. Just for you.
So now we're talking, we've moved into a different category.
We're trying to not be honest about it. Let's keep dancing.
I just want to say, like, I'm very sensitive. I'm very fragile.
You're touchy-feely.
I'm very touchy-feely, all those things. So just hit me with your best shot.
I will say, we've already had one of these when we ate dinner. And it is quite good. It is very good.
You don't get to
I'll comfort him, all right? You just give you an honest opinion.
Listen.
Otherwise.
I don't know. I will say I'm drinking, so now it's the alcohol speaking. When we were messaging, I'm like, is there going to be any Skanderborg Brews? And you're like, I'm not going to bring any this year. Is it the sensitivity or... I feel like I shouldn't bring this up now.
We're very sensitive animals. The brewers are very...
I feel so...
You don't get what I'm doing.
No, actually,
I'll eat one after. I always joke that like there's not many professions that have an app where drunk people can rate how good they are. It's just like, this guy doesn't believe
if people did that for us, it'd be downhill.
No, exactly. Yeah, if your job was rated constantly, especially.
But wow, drunk people had to try.
Exactly.
That's a super good point.
Get another bad beer.
We're all experts in beer. I just want to say, everyone.
So we're I feel like you probably abstain from the placement of this beer. But I
think it's just super beery and also at the same time super Eastery.
Somehow
both. It captures both.
Everything.
Are you guys getting that?
I feel like I'm a bunny. I'm growing ears. I'm growing ears.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you and me on this one.
Yeah, so
I won't watch.
do you have a carrot? I feel like totally Easter. Okay, I definitely feel this is really good Easter beer, right?
Yeah.
So let's.
And this isn't just because you're present.
No, yeah, I appreciate that.
Trust me, it's not just.
Yeah, he can speak from experience.
Christ.
I think we're all the way up here, and then the question is how far up here. I think maybe here.
We got friendly at the end.
Yeah, you got it.
You got friendly.
Because you can't overlap the bottles.
Yeah.
I think I concur with that.
Yeah.
Move the thing up a little bit. Go this way a little bit.
Camera? Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was blocking, so I couldn't see it very well.
There you go.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
There.
Look at that. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect platter chart.
Alright, back we go.
Excellent.
We got nothing in the pink. No, not nothing in the pink. Nothing in the blue.
Oh,
Green.
sorry.
It's back.
Yes. Burby.
Back by
So-
popular demand.
So
But
before.
wait, before we go, by the way, I just have to do this. There's a few other sound effects
Oh no.
that we can. There's this, just in case.
Yeah.
Then there's.
You had those all this time.
I have had this all this time. Yeah. And then there's this.
Bubba Booey, Bubba Booey.
Love it.
Beer.
Yes.
But I added that one just for you.
I love it. I love you.
Oh man, this is what we are for next.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, we've been friends for a while,
Thanks a
so.
lot.
All right.
All right. So before next beer, last beer, we've had 8 so far.
What you doing there, buddy?
Don't touch my beer.
Yeah, don't touch my beer. So we have Janet Kelly, and
Yeah.
she has a very Easter beer relevant question here for us.
Okay.
Josh and Miranda, have you been to Sporvejsmuseet Skjoldenæsholm?
I don't know the words you just said. Can I read
This
this?
would be a good big no.
Yeah. And I think you should actually read it out loud. This question.
Have you been to Sporvejsmuseet Skjoldenæsholm?
Yeah.
Not a beer question. I have not been.
Okay. So I've been there.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah. Skjoldenæsholm.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, where's that?
Yeah. Somewhere in Denmark with my parents.
Okay.
I was this small and I was probably
not recently.
Yeah, not
No,
recently.
yeah.
So when in the car with my parents, and I have 3 sisters, I was more into like counting red cars and writing down number plates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and suddenly we were there. But I think it's a good, really nice place to be, and it's a huge place for history.
Yeah.
Of trains,
okay.
of trams and stuff like that. Go
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
So Janet Kelly, I promise I'll make sure they go there. And so also we had someone challenge you on reading some more Danish because now you have quite a few beer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What do I have to say?
It'd be so smooth.
Put my glasses on.
Yes,
Yeah, so
so-
smooth. So smooth.
You should read this piece here.
Dette små få i sør nær lusninger i stør.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So if you
He's
said
like,
it,
he knows he has one more.
I just jumped in, yeah.
right, go ahead. See.
Oh no, you want me to do it? Bismorfer i en så ny lysner i stor. You gotta do it fast. That's the key.
Yeah, then I'm like
How
trying
did
to.
I do?
Should I try now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Miranda, your mic's on. Go for it.
Are we gonna rate this on a quadrant?
Hold on, let me put the Miranda cam on and we'll go over there for you.
Okay, I'll try it. Dette små frø i sør nær lysninger i sør.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Close.
Very good.
See?
All right.
How would you say? How should it be said?
I don't get a chance.
How would you
No,
say?
you don't count.
So
I don't count.
let's have Peter to do this. This one.
Bitte små frøer i søerne nær lysninger i stuer.
Yeah.
That sounds more right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was a good. It reminds me of the first, I think, Christmas beer tasting where I brought.
He brought these different like sayings.
Yes.
You know, basically like I don't
That's
know.
the cost of a
Peter
fire
goes
jet.
out into the field and farts or something like that. I feel like was one of them, something like that, or
Last two.
That's a common. That's a common thing.
yeah.
That was so much fun.
Then you got Sally sells seashells.
That was
seashore.
Yeah.
We got
That was
English
fun. I learned a
equivalents.
whole bunch of fantastic Danish sayings that Peter brought us.
Thank you, Peter.
Jean-Luc Picard.
All right.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Oh!
Make it so.
Too much talking, too little beer.
Last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
saw
that the Danish. Dance.
So the last one also.
Oh
from
man,
Fanø.
another one from the same brewery?
Yes.
How much shit beer can we actually
Yeah, right? This is the price of admission, Billy. You want to drink beer with me, you gotta drink mine.
So this is also a leg up on the alcohol, 9.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good thing we're in my house. And
For
I'm
the
sorry.
big boys.
Imperial Springs Double Bock.
Yeah?
Sounds like a treat. Someone pour it.
All right,
We're here at a
so
party, that's what it sounds like.
we've got a delirium glass from Belgium. We've got this Ghent triple. I love Ghent. Have you been to Ghent?
I have
One of my
not, actually.
favorite places in Belgium. So nice.
We talked about going there.
We did talk about them. We never did. COVID.
COVID happened.
This is from Czech Republic, and this I can't remember. You know, it's
Sounds German.
Eichhoff.
I'm German trained, so I'll take it.
Oh wait, no. You know what? I think this was Switzerland. I looked it up when I was
right,
getting
so
on
I'm
Saturday.
Oh, get it.
Get it? Get it? I'm going delirium.
Switzerland, which means that glass probably costs like $30.
I'm gonna take the check.
Easily.
This is, by the way, one of my favorite glasses. I just,
Oh, maybe it's a nice glass.
beautiful glass. Oh,
I don't know how to operate
I'm
that.
just gonna say something
Double tap.
quickly. I'm just gonna say something quickly. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching.
Too much talking, too little beer.
Exactly. Too much talking, too little beer. Sorry,
That's what
Mom.
mom said.
Peter's mom.
Hi, Peter's mom.
Hi, Peter's Mom.
Yeah.
Ciao, Mommy.
My mom is, if you're watching.
Well, you were with her just earlier today, so yeah.
Where's mom watching from? Oh, yeah.
Washington.
All the way on.
So I try to imagine or convince myself that my mom never saw me drunk.
How'd that work?
Do you think that's true?
Nye.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm
Did she
sorry.
die young?
No, she's still alive.
Okay, well then, yeah, she's seen you drunk.
89 years old. 9 years old.
Actually,
Well,
yeah.
I gotta say, if
Yeah.
my mom's watching,
Yeah.
I have not been the one to say bad words.
No.
Just to be clear.
Guilty.
If my mom's watching, how did you find this?
Excuse me,
Cheers
Mom.
for our moms and dads.
Cheers.
Yeah. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow, so
Oh,
happy birthday, Mom. I'll call you tomorrow.
Hurrah,
I have a
hurrah,
reminder
hurrah.
on my phone.
And your mom is in Iowa?
Iowa. Yeah. So.
The other part of the weird place of America.
I'm gonna tell
Iowa,
you-
Florida.
The brewing mecca of.
I'm gonna tell you an Iowa story.
Okay.
I've never been.
Yeah.
And that's the story.
That's the story.
No, that's not.
I thought you were gonna say about Idaho or
I was
something.
gonna say more. I've
Yeah.
never been to Iowa, but
Yeah.
we're gonna go this summer.
To Iowa?
Only because.
Why?
So what happened is, I'm a huge baseball fan,
Yes.
and Miranda, her boyfriend Vilas, and Miranda and I watched Field of Dreams, which if you haven't seen it,
Oh, you gotta go to
one
Dyersville.
of the best baseball movies ever.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
And it's like baseball is a
They will
piece
come.
of it, but it's not like the only component.
Yeah.
And Miranda or Maya afterwards looked at me. She's like, "That was a really good movie."
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go visit the Field
They
of
have
Dreams.
rebuilt that. It is.
Yeah.
It's huge now. Like they
Well, they
play
have both.
MLB games now.
Well, they had
once
two
a year.
fields. They had
Yeah.
the MLB field, then they had the original one from the movie.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Expect
Enjoy it.
the
There's
future
some
video.
good. There's some good breweries in that area as well.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
you
let me
never
know because
know.
we're gonna basically take a run and stay the night either there or Rapid City.
Chicago to there and back again.
Yeah. It's just gonna
Yeah.
be like an overnight maybe in Rapid City
Okay.
and go back or something.
There's some good.
Because I've never
good
actually
spots.
been to Iowa, but
Yeah. Toppling Goliath. I mean, if you want to go a little further in, Dyersville's on the east side, but Toppling
it's
Goliath.
not too
is,
far
uh,
from Chicago.
is,
It's not horrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another hour drive. You're in
Cheers to Iowa,
Yeah.
Field of
Cheers,
Dreams,
Yeah, let's go for
future
that.
video content.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cheers.
Is it Iowan? Are you in Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowan. I'm an Iowan.
Iowan. Okay.
It's always funny. I'm Danish when I'm in America.
You're an Iowa. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You don't belong anywhere.
No, I never have a home. It's funny.
I know. I feel that way.
Always enough.
I'm a Virginian.
Yeah. Well, then you got that going for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Your
yeah.
own money.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the original 13.
Are you on the Mayflower?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Youngs have been around. They fought like Revolutionary Wars.
Brigham? Is it?
No. Don't get confused with that. But we fought in the Revolutionary War. My young family's been around for a while. Maybe not quite Mayflower.
I think we skipped that. We came after.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Danish.
Yeah.
When was the Danish immigration to Iowa? Do you know when that was?
Late 1800s.
Yeah.
About
So,
115.
We're 100 and 130 years on the farm.
And I'll say one last thing. I've been watching The Sopranos because that's the other side of my family.
That's the important side.
The Jersey side. And I'm just catching up on
Italian side.
the Italian Jersey side of my family from Long Branch.
You went there. I saw another video where you and Maya went to Italy.
Italy, yeah, because it's the other side of my family.
Find them.
Bellissimo.
Yeah, but The Sopranos.
Oh, that's very nice. Is it real, or are you just making it up? Do you really speak Italian? I have no idea.
I learned when
Yeah,
Forår.
Yeah,
You
when he
could
was
be
on the
like,
Spanish steps drinking the Baroni.
You could just be gibberish. I'd be like, oh wow.
It's
That's how ignorant I am.
Oh wow,
So
so many languages.
I was thinking us drinking beer and ChatGPT helping us out with the entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? So it felt like giving a little something the other way around.
Yeah.
So I asked ChatGPT if she or he wanted to join us in enjoying beer.
Yeah.
And I said that, woohoo, GPT, you're awesome. By the way, do you like beer? Because I wanted to like ship some.
Yeah. To wherever.
Yeah.
To Silicon Valley.
And he said, as an AI model, I don't have a physical body or taste buds to enjoy beer. However, I can provide information and answer questions about beer and beer making process. Sorry, ChatGPT. So, and I had a lot of very lengthy discussion. I asked about you guys go.
You spent like 4 hours. You built up a really deep relationship.
It's ongoing. It's ongoing.
Yeah.
We're like this.
But there was like these weird
gotta go
like
to
generative AI like selfies of you two together and like, beaches and stuff.
Stuff. I'll post pictures later.
Pictures
Him and his iPad.
ChatGPT now. It's like I don't have taste buds to enjoy life.
But and I felt that we had kind of a connection here.
Yeah.
And I asked about recipes and everything.
Yeah.
And I challenged you guys to go out there and find some recipes and good questions. And we got. Let's see how far we take this because now it's getting animated.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So, but I said, well, thank you, ChatGPT, for helping out. Still sorry you can't join us for the tasting later. And she said, thank you, appreciate the sentiment. While I may not be able to physically join you for tasting, I'm always here to help out in case you have more questions and when you sober up.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning.
So like.
You're gonna be like tomorrow morning. You'll be like, do you remember me? What about yesterday?
ChatGPT would be like,
what's this phone number I have tattooed on my arm?
Did you make it home okay?
Yeah. All right. I mean, I know you're drinking. Did you?
Do you want an Advil?
It did say something, by the way. I read you sent me the whole thing about like drinking responsibly.
There's so
There's
much
a whole-
text. He is swiping through so much conversation.
Make sure to get home safely.
Yeah, it said that. Yeah.
ChatGPT is very concerned.
It's smart.
It was.
Yeah.
It's gonna check in later.
Yeah.
I also asked ChatGPT to help me list up some beer styles and what describes them. Cool. You can check that out yourselves. Maybe we'll post that. Also asked about what is the most rare type of beer and what's the oldest.
Hold on. Are you building up to the rap?
Yes.
Okay. Just go straight to it.
Yes.
Just go straight to it, man.
Yes.
Just do it, man.
So for that reason, I was like, we got so much content, and I said that. How about, dear ChatGPT, could you make this beer making, beer brewing conversation into a rap song.
And you beatboxing, you said.
And it said yes. Because ChatGPT does not say no.
Oh, I'm close to the streets.
And he said like, sure, I'll give it a try. It's like, yo, let me tell you about cool beer making. It's just like hot melt and brewing. It's craft that requires some gravity, a touch of science into it definitely. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good, but like, what is that beat? What is that beat? I don't feel it. So I asked ChatGPT, well, that's just awesome. Could you mix it up a bit and make it to the beat of the message, please?
Word.
It's like, what is that?
What is it?
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Yeah. So here it goes. Like, she said, he said, sure thing. Here's a remix of the message with the beer making questions. Boom. So.
I don't know.
Go guys.
Feels like scat.
More stop.
Okay, so I think that let's not do this. I think we're gonna challenge this for the next time. Let's
Put it out there.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
It's like people. It's time to. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how we keep it going on, right? So it's time to beer making. So listen up, Joel. We got some beer questions for the brewers, big and small. Yeah, beer makers, tell us what inspires you to craft brew that's unique and make it true. What's the creative process you take a chance? Do you combine science, arts, and in your dance? So I think it's. I mean, I'm gonna rehearse this for sure.
Yeah. A music video.
I've seen you in music videos before, so I know you're
I
capable.
feel like this is something. This is extra. This is for the Pantheon.
The Patreon.
Patreon.
All right, so
Paywall.
last beer, last dance.
Yeah.
Where are we?
You're the only one that has beer left.
Yeah.
You are.
You can ask questions about that later. but-
This was good. I've
Thank
also forgotten.
Yeah.
Alright,
All right, let's.
Right in the nexus of beer Easter.
Smell
In the center. Bird's eye. Nailed it.
Remember it now?
Remember the smell?
Heavy. Yeah.
Alright,
So I would say super heavy, quite Eastery,
Yeah.
very good beer.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well-
so beeriness, giving it good marks.
I would
Now
say
your
more
caps
Easter,
don't
more
have
Easter
logos
than
on.
beer. It's more sweet caramel.
Yeah.
Sweet caramel.
Alright, so I feel like I'll be nice to put a chair here. So very good beer,
Yeah.
quite Eastery. It's a little bit heavy.
Can you press the? Hold on.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
I want to make sure we can hear us over here.
Okay.
Just that this microphone's now on, so you kind of hear us.
Gotcha. Right. Alright, so I feel that. So this was Easter to me. So this one's slightly less Eastery. It's really good.
It's super good beer, definitely. Eastery, I'm not so sure because
I do
we're
feel-
thinking we're looking at tradition here.
I don't feel it's super.
Maybe more.
Maybe higher, closer on the up, more blue. Probably like in the corner of the
Whoa!
blue.
What are you trying to do here?
Whoa.
I don't think that's gonna.
What is going on?
So let's think about.
That was too good. Don't move that. That was really good beer.
So maybe it's all the way up to here. Because really, this is one of the best beers I've had today, and it was Eastery. But I think this was more Eastery. This was really good Eastery beer. So which is awkward, right? Because now we have this cut off here. It's like which one is the better one? Because this one was really good beer, and this one was really quite good beer and very Eastery.
They're just good in different ways.
So maybe the Easter wins, I think.
Yeah.
Because of
Music playing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the final.
It's a final countdown. I had to go there. I'm sorry.
Now we're gonna get dinged.
I feel, yeah, seriously. I think what happened, let me talk to you about it.
You gotta figure that.
I think that, like, Siri decided to start playing.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Siri.
I said its name, so I didn't know.
Ah,
Oopsie.
yeah. So,
What was the music, by the way?
okay. All right, now it's off. So, do we have a?
I think we're pretty good there in regards to super good beer. No one's gonna doubt that.
You know what?
At Easter time, I mean, if my grandma had those socks, I'm gonna put it over here.
This is my spring socks. My happy socks.
I'm just saying, my grandma would be proud of having those socks.
Trying to figure out what's going on right
No one
now.
knows. It's the opposite. No one really knows. It gets the people fired.
So we have a winner.
Yeah?
It's
Let's maybe we bring it back over here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Watching Josh walk back. Hi, Josh. There's not enough beer going on in this.
All right, we put it back on the other. So I apologize for the random music. I think Siri decided to play something. Yeah. Because I didn't tell it to play music.
Siri was actually very jealous of GTP.
GPT.
GPT.
It's like, why am I not involved? So while you were probably taking a pee break, I think, is what was happening.
It's biological.
It's good. Yeah. What's happening here?
Yeah, I'm just because
We're close to the end.
Yeah.
So this was the winner.
Ah!
Oh, look at that.
Shut
Look at that.
Oh,
What a shit, this guy.
It wasn't just because you were there.
I appreciate that.
But I mean, I've been to your brewery, which we didn't meet when we were there. But I mean, I didn't call. I just show up.
You just
I
show up.
sometimes. I don't want to be. I just like to
You're
show
not
up.
that
I
guy.
like to be a bother.
I'm not that guy. Now that I know you, I will
Now you
absolutely
call.
call.
Yeah, now you call.
Just like I call him whenever I show
Yeah,
up.
basically.
There you go.
Yeah.
All the time.
You're welcome.
you still have more beer.
We always have more beer.
Okay.
There's more beer in the fridge. So the winner, this was super fun. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Is there any other? You want to look at the phone to see if there's any other?
I can do that. Let's also mention which beer won because in case people can't see the small letters.
Yeah. So
I will say, lots of people would like brisket to calm down.
Oh.
they can hear brisket.
I'll bring brisket.
Do you want to go get brisket?
Yeah, I will.
But are there any questions we need to respond to?
We need to let them know brisket's okay.
He's okay. Okay. Let me see any last minute questions.
You know when they send the police out.
Proof of life.
What's it called?
Did you, Steve, move to Denmark because of the beer?
I did. The job offer was the reason to come to Denmark, but I would have gladly come to Denmark for any other reason. I would brew beer on the moon if they told me that's the only place I could do it.
And as you said, you've been here 8 years now.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
And you have a family, but all American?
My kids were born here, but
Okay.
American because of how the whole
citizenship
situation works. Yes. So always on Fanø. Always brewing beer.
There's brisket.
Yes.
He's been upstairs because he's been barking a ton.
Yes.
He's got a haircut recently, by the way.
Me too.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything else? Josh has been drinking. Ask him to attempt to say. Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah. Earlier.
Anything else we should respond to before we say goodbye, Miranda? Your microphone's been deactivated.
No, I think we're good.
Clear out. Clear in. Clear
All right.
out.
Everybody, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you guys
This
for
was fun.
coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As always. As always to Peter.
Cool.
And for you to come,
Yes,
Steve. To
I
come
enjoyed it.
And of course, you and I, we got to keep this rolling, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is fun.
So who will I bring next? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But only the good quality, guys.
We try to jump around to different breweries and with different people every time. So we were with Eddie last time in Bithune here. You were here. Honest was here last Easter.
Yeah.
This is a new thing. We're trying to do different stuff with this. So we hope you enjoyed. We appreciate it so much. I'm going to have to come over here to press the in-stream button. But thank you. Travelin Young says thank you. Let us know. I don't know how to I'm not good at ending live streams.
Tak for dag.
Tak for det.
Vi ses næste gang.
Vi ses næste gang.